Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. Ain't no gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys.
High school, champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Belleville West High School, home of the Belleville West Maroons. But today we will feature a regional championship basketball game as your Collinsville Lady Cahawks get ready to take on the Lady Panthers of O'Fallon Township High School. Once again, I'm Todd Duke. Very good afternoon to everyone. A little Saturday afternoon basketball action for you as we get you started here with the Cafe Agape pregame show. Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape been doing their thing since 2012, coming up on their 10th-year anniversary. They offer catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. And you can get that home-cooked food catered. Yeah, business meeting, wedding reception, luncheon, anything you have coming up, Cafe Agape can take care of you. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. Cafe Agape, 345-2233. Regional championship game. Collinsville comes into this contest with a record of 15-16. They finished 3-8 in the Southwestern Conference action this year. And they will take on O'Fallon, who sits at a robust 24-5 on the year. They finished 8-3 in the Southwestern Conference. O'Fallon coached by Nick Nolhoff. He is in his 5th year and has with him a 115 win and 27 loss record. Collinsville, they're coached by Colin Moore. He's in his 2nd year and he has a 19 record. Kahawks, they snapped a 5-game losing streak with a stout 51-37 win over Belleville West in Tuesday night's regional semifinal here at Belleville West. Freshman Talisha Gilmore sets a new single-season record with 301 rebounds on the year, and senior Jenna Scheller sets a new single-season record for blocks in the season with 64, and both girls have a chance to add on to that tonight. O'Fallon, they're coming off a 62-33 win Tuesday night over Belleville East here at Belleville West in the regional semifinal number 1. That extends their current win streak to 6 games. O'Fallon only lost 2 games of succession once this year, December 7th and the 9th, 47-45 at Edwardsville on the 7th, and then 52-47 against Alton on the 9th. Another loss to Edwardsville equals 3, and the other one was to Oakaville, and that was twice, once at the Muscuda the Muscuda tournament during Christmas time, and then at the Highland Midwinter tournament. So that's where we stand right now. Chris Keller's going to join us a little bit later, but right now we take a break, and when we come back, I had a chance to talk things over with Collinsville head coach Colin Moore just a little while ago, including the 3-point shooting contest that took place before this game. One Ella Guerrero and Katie Bardwell advanced by getting 9 each, and that was the tops for all the competitors in that contest. So they'll be heading to Joliet on Thursday to continue competing in the 3-point shooting contest. So we talked about that and, of course, many more things, and that conversation comes to you next on the Kahok Sports Network. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape. Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Back at Belleville West High School, a little bit late, but we're here for a regional championship game as Collinsville gets ready to take on O'Fallon in girls basketball regional championship action. Colin Moore, head coach for your Lady Cahoks, joins us on the pregame show. Let's talk about some fun stuff first, man, right before this game gets going on. Ella Guerrero and Katie Bardwell advance in the three-point shot contest with 9 each. Talk about that.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. They had a good time with it. It was neat. They're excited. I think the girls are more excited because now I think they all get out of school to go watch them shoot on Thursday. Not really sure if that happened or not, but they're definitely going to have fun with it, and it's kind of neat to see some young kids see some success against some older kids out there. So it was neat.
Did you tell them when they got back, like, where's that during the game?
Somebody I heard made the comment said, well, I hope they didn't waste them all during the three-point shootout, but hopefully the trend will continue.
All right, let's talk about some more fun stuff. In the semifinal game the other night, Talisha Gilmore broke the single-season record for most rebounds in the season for the Kahawks, and Jenna Scheller does the same thing on the block department. So talk about them two individually. Let's start with Talisha Gilmore. We've talked about her a lot this year.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Yesterday, Raven Berry actually came to practice and met Talisha, and Talisha thought that was pretty neat. And I was trying to explain to her that's a pretty coveted thing you should be proud of. She was a pretty good athlete, Raven was. So to beat that record just shows how hard she's willing to work. And like we've talked about from the beginning, the ceiling's pretty high on her. She's got a lot to offer in the future, so we're definitely excited about that.
Talk about her for just a second longer. I mean, she's doing this as a freshman. If she keeps this up for the next 3 years as a varsity player, she's going to shatter the all-time record.
Yeah, she'll have a chance to just break about anything as long as she, stays healthy, knock on wood there, and then just keeps getting better. We've kind of picked, like I said before, like 3 things that she focused on this year, and she definitely knocked those 3 things out. So now we just got to find some more things to work on in the summer and as we move forward. So we're definitely excited.
Jenna Scheller and the blocks record, that's pretty cool, and it could have been a lot more if it wasn't for that shortened year last year.
Yeah, and she got the single season, and then she's gonna get the career. But yeah, Jenna does a great job, and I was telling her it was kind of neat. The person's record she broke has an Olympic gold medal up there in the rafters at Collinsville High School. So that's definitely 2 very probably some of our best female athletes we've ever had. So those are two pretty neat records to break.
Yeah, I was looking at that in my stats too. All right, let's talk about the game against Belleville West the other night here. Your thoughts on the game?
I was just really happy that we stuck to a game plan pretty well. I know we had some silly passes where we kind of threw them under the basket, but our goal was just to limit turnovers at half court and not give them free layups, and I thought we did a pretty good job of that. And then we just made the shots we're supposed to make, and it allows us to get defense set up, and it kind of just allows us to control the pace of the game a little bit. But when we start missing shots, we can't play the track meet style, so we definitely got to slow it down a little bit. But we did a good job. Very happy for the kids.
All right, now I've been doing this for a long time. I know coaches, man, so coaches are never happy. What from that game didn't you like that you would like to see fixed?
The fourth quarter, when we were winning by 20 and we couldn't just ice the game away. Some silly shots, some silly turnovers, knowing full well that we were probably going to win, but didn't finish the game the way I would want to finish. And, especially moving forward this year and in the summer and the next year, we got to learn how to play with the lead a little bit.
All right, now you have O'Fallon in the regional championship game, and that is no small feat. O'Fallon's really good. What scares you the most about them?
It's just they can play. You can't really focus on any 1 or 2 kids because they'll play about 13 girls. And then if you play zone, they'll put in a team to play zone. You play man, they'll put in a team to play man. So it's just a really difficult matchup. Just got to make sure we don't dig ourselves too big of a hole early. Otherwise, you just get defeated. So that's kind of what we're trying to focus on.
Yeah, and they got a girl who eclipsed 1,000 points in their win over Belleville East the other night. She did that as a junior.
Yes, she's a pretty good player. She's been scoring since her freshman year. We can kind of guard her, but we know she's going to score 15, 20 points. We just got to make sure she has to work for those 15, 20 points.
All right, so what do the Collinsville Lady Kahawks need to do to make, and you can't put it any other way, if you want it to be an upset, how do you accomplish that?
Making shots and just trying to have fun. And I know we've been trying to just focus on if you're open, shoot, because their defense is so relentless, you might not get another wide open shot. I'm just hoping some of those early shots they force us to take, we're able to make them that way the pace doesn't get too fast for us. But we're going to have to shoot when we're open, and sometimes that turns the game into that, that track meet that we're not really built to play sometimes. I just want them to not give up. We've lost by, the first time it was kind of a close game. Last time they kind of took it to us early. I just want it to be a game where they have to play the whole time. That's kind of what I'm working on.
winner of this game gets Edwardsville. I can't remember the last time that trip to sectional championship game didn't have to go through Edwardsville just to get out of the 6-1-8.
Yeah, they've won, I think I read 18 regionals in a row, or 36 regional games in a row, so that's pretty good. It's just tough. I mean, even if, like I was talking to these guys, even if you catch, upset O'Fallon, then you got to go upset Edwardsville, then you got to upset. I mean, our area of basketball is pretty tough. I just want the girls to play a competitive game.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Colin Moore, your Lady Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting five for each team for you. More names and more numbers if we have the time. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And once again, a very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Belleville West High School. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Kettler on the other microphone in just a moment here. Here are your starters as we get ready for this regional championship game between Collinsville and O'Fallon. For the O'Fallon Panthers, Nick Nolhoff will send out Jayla Pelly, a 5'9 junior, Malaya Robertson, a 5'6 junior, Layla Jackson, a 5'6 junior, Shannon Dowell, a 5'10 junior, and Z Hawkins, a 5'10 junior. Collinsville sends out the usual 5. Megan Jansen, the 5'5 junior, Ella Guerrero, the 5'5 sophomore, Katie Bardwell, the 5'9 sophomore, Talisha Gilmore, the 6' freshman, Jenna Scheller, the 6'2 junior, and we are just about to get underway. Good afternoon, Chris Kettler.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the game. We're going to tip this one off. Hopefully the Chaos can win this regional championship today.
It is going to be an undertaking, that's for sure, if that can happen.
Yeah,
we are
for sure.
underway. O'Fallon, they're the home team in this contest, so they're wearing their home white uniforms, and right off the bat, shot by Hawkins won't go in, and Collinsville picks up the rebound. The white uniforms trimmed in a little bit of the dark royal blue. Numbers are in royal blue, trimmed in gold for O'Fallon, and they have the letters OTHS on their jerseys. 3-point shot from the corner for Ella Guerrero, who, as we mentioned, picked up 9 3-point shots in the 3-point contest, as did Katie Bardwell. Both are on the floor now. And Collinsville, the road team in this contest, they're in their purple uniforms, trimmed in white, numbers in white, and the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. So far, nothing doing. Each team has missed a shot from 3-point land. O'Fallon has missed a shot from underneath the basket, and we remain scoreless 1 minute into this contest. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero at the top of the key will give it out to Bardwell, and Bardwell comes in over on the left wing, has the ball knocked away from her, and it's going to go the other way. Collinsville will turn the ball over for the first time.
I was going to say she lost the handle on that one, trying to drive in, and another turnover, or the first turnover of the game for the Chaos.
Here is Shannon Dowell. She broke the 1,000-point mark here on this floor Tuesday night against Belleville East. She had 27 points in that win over the Lancers, and she now has 1,020 points in her career, and she's a junior, so she is going to tack on to that next year. First basket of the game belongs to Z Hawkins. We're underway, and O'Fallon has a 2-0 lead.
And she just pulls up there from the free throw line. No problem knocking that one down.
Bardwell gets the ball over to Jansen. Jansen, she gets bumped, and the ball comes loose, and now the ball comes loose again. O'Fallon will pick it up and see if they can take advantage of the second Collinsville turnover. Here is Pelly. Pelly all the way over on the far sideline, backs up toward midcourt, and brings it in over on the right wing at the free throw line. She gives it up to Jackson. Jackson will dribble with the right hand back out toward midcourt and then give it up to Dowell. Dowell drives, lane, shot, no good, but Dowell will head to the free throw line, and we'll have our first foul handed out in this game, and it's going to belong to Jenna Scheller. Dowell, by the way, as a freshman, drained 348 points. As a sophomore, 221, and so far this year, 451. And she's got a chance to add on to it here from the free throw line, where she is 65.3 on the year, and the first one's good.
Impressive stats there with her points, especially considering you can kind of consider last year only like half a season, really.
Right. Still managed to drain in 221. There's back-to-back free throws, and O'Fallon is out to a 4-0 lead. Winner of this game gets Edwardsville. They took care of Alton last night. Alton gave them some trouble, though, and Jenna Scheller travels, and Collinsville's got bitten by the turnover bug here in the first 2+ minutes.
O'Fallon putting on some pressure, but Jansen's just got to not freak out on the pressure there and just stay with it and bring the ball up the court. No point in getting that inside to, or give that over to Scheller. Point guard has to bring the ball up.
Speaking of bringing the ball up, that's what Pelly does. Hands it off to Dowell, and back over onto the wing now for Robertson. Inside to Hawkins, and we're going to have another foul call. This one looks like it's going to go against Jenna Scheller again, so quickly she'll pick up. Oh.
Coach disagreeing with that one.
Yeah, and he got a warning from the referee. Knock it off now or I'll tee you up.
He got a quick tee against, I believe it was Alton. It was one of the home games.
Yes, he did. I mean, he and the referee are still jawing. Comes into Hawkins and then over to Robertson. Robertson at the top of the key, gives it up now. And a shot by Jackson, and instead she dumps it off, and that's another 2 points for Hawkins.
I don't expect Jackson to drive in. So they all sagged off of Hawkins there and left her wide open lane to lay it in.
6-0 in favor of O'Fallon. Here is Ella Guerrero. She pops up one and Thankfully, Bardwell catches it from the lane. She puts it up underneath for Gilmore, but that's another turnover. And back the other way we go. Here is O'Fallon with a baseball pass. Robertson underneath. Can't get the shot to go all the way up. Second time, same result. And the third time, it belongs to Collinsville. So here is Jansen, and we're going to have a foul called on O'Fallon. This will be their first, and this one is going to go against Dowell.
That time, Jansen just stays with it there and lets O'Fallon end up fouling her. She's got to be the one to get the ball off the court.
Inbound pass comes into Guerrero in the backcourt. She'll bring it across the logo with 4:50 left to play here in this opening quarter. 6-0 in favor of O'Fallon. Here is a drive by Gary. Jordan into the game for the first time. That ball gets knocked out of bounds, and boy, the turnovers are starting to pile up here early.
Yeah, and just not a good look. Kahok's already putting pressure on themselves, putting up bad shots as they're already down a few, only 6 points.
Here is Pelly. She takes a shot from in front of the free throw line, and it bounces right into the hands of Hawkins, and Hawkins is fouled by Gilmore. And I don't know if this is too early or not, but Coach Moore might want to think about taking a timeout.
Lucky break for O'Fallon there, just falls right into Hawkins' hands, and Gilmore late reacting to that one, ends up fouling her, so they'll get the bonus shot.
Hawkins at the free throw line. She already has 6 points, comes in at a 48.6% clip from the charity stripe this year for the 5'10 junior. That one's good. And so far, O'Fallon is 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. 9-0, 4:26 left to go. Here's Scheller trying to get Collinsville's first points. Bounces it back outside to Gary. Across the court it goes, and that is Jansen. Moves it up outside the lane to Gilmore. Gilmore trying to get around Hawkins. She couldn't. She hit Hawkins with the ball. The ball comes out, and there's a shot no good. And another one that's no good. And the next rebound belongs to Collinsville. So the Kahawks bring it back up, and we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Colin Moore. Knew it was probably coming up pretty soon. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back here in just about that time here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
We are halfway through quarter number one, and Collins are looking for their first points. I tell you what, Jansen got tugged on her way to the basket, and no call on the play. It was almost like, looking at a NFL player getting his face mask pulled. That's how noticeable it was. Up underneath the basket, fresh into the game, is Demijah Bolds, and a whistle will stop the action. And we're going to have a foul against Bolds. Offensive foul, first turnover for O'Fallon, and Collinsville will have a chance one more time to dig into this 9-0 lead and get their first points of this game. Here comes Ella Guerrero, bringing it up the near side sideline, front of the scorer's table, and gets it across the timeline over to Jansen. Jansen to Gilmore. Gilmore into the corner. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero underneath. Jenna Scheller off the glass. Good for two. Collinsville's on the board.
First real good look at the game for the Kahawks. Runs the offense well. Gets inside Scheller, lays it in.
O'Fallon back to work now. Here is Dowell. Dowell trying to get around Gilmore. Does so. Free throw line. Pushes it back outside. Pelly for three. That one misses the mark. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. They'll put it back up. Still won't go in. This time the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks push it back up and then turn it over.
Kahawks are used to all that pressure from O'Fallon. O'Fallon was going to settle back and let the Kahawks get up the court, and Kahawks are their own worst enemy there, throwing the ball away.
Bardwell checks back into the game for Jenna Scheller. Inbound pass comes into Hawkins. She dribbles and in the paint, turns around, takes a shot, rolls across the rim, and the rebound belongs to Jordan Gary. Collinsville tries to bring it back up and see if they can dig farther into this 7-point lead. Into the corner for Guerrero, onto the wing for Gary. Now back out to Bardwell, back to Guerrero. Guerrero right in front of the O'Fallon bench. Gives it up now for Jansen. Jansen being watched closely by Dow, and then Jansen will take off and dribble back toward midcourt. 2:25 left to play here in this opening quarter. 9-2 in favor of O'Fallon, and that one's going to end up out of bounds, and that turns into the 8th Collinsville turnover here in this first quarter.
Doing mass timeouts in the playoffs, apparently.
I guess so. We don't have those in the boys' games, just the girls' games. I don't understand that whole ruling in there, but it is a mass timeout nonetheless. We will step aside and be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Welcome back to Belleville West. I'm Todd Duke. Chris Kettler on the other microphone. 2:15 left to play here in this first quarter. O'Fallon up by 7 right now. And the Panthers are with the ball. Here's Hawkins underneath the basket, and across the other side it goes, but another foul is going to be handed out to Collinsville here, and I believe this one might belong to Bardwell, and it does. It'll be her first. Team's 4th. So Hawkins back at the free throw line where she is already 1 for 1. And now 2 for 2. Apparently she's been working on her free throw game, coming in at 48.6%. Right now she's 100%.
Looks pretty good. Smooth on the first 2.
Yeah. And that one rolls in as well.
Friendly roll there that time. Shorted it a bit, but got the roll.
11-2. And O'Fallon with some new players out on the floor. Carolyn Foster out there. O'Fallon, man, they'll mix and match players all day long. They'll bring in 4 or 5 at a time. Here is a ball that's just thrown up for grabs as Collinsville is about to run out of time in the backcourt. The full court press being put on by O'Fallon paid dividends there as they'll try to take care of another Collinsville turnover, and they do with a 3-point shot by Michaela Vinson. First 3-pointer of this game, and O'Fallon extends their lead to 14-2.
Just as quickly as that happens, Collinsville throws it away, trying to get the ball up the court. Yeah, O'Fallon very deep off their bench, and Collinsville doesn't nearly have that depth, so.
Well, so far they've only rotated in 1, Collinsville has, and that was because Jenna Scheller had 2 quick fouls. Over in the wing, now to Dowell at the free throw line. Back over on the wing for Robertson. Robertson kicks it back out front for Dowell. Dowell drives into the paint, takes the shot off balance, didn't hit anything, and the loose ball belongs to Collinsville. Second turnover for O'Fallon. Up to the corner it goes to Guerrero. Ella picks up her dribble and pops one up to Jordan Gary. Gary over to Megan Jansen, and Jansen will back up toward the midcourt stripe. 1:10 left to play here in this first quarter. 14-2 in favor of O'Fallon. Here is Jansen. Spin move. Almost lost the ball again. Bounces it to Gilmore. She has it taken out of her hands by Dowell. Dowell brings the ball up and into the paint. She's fouled, and nope, that's going to be a travel against O'Fallon. So the Panthers will turn the ball over for the 3rd time, but Collinsville, they're in a rut of turnovers here. They already have 11 in this first quarter. Hawkins didn't stay on the bench too long. She comes back in, and back to the bench goes the 5'8" sophomore Carolyn Foster.
Yeah, Caleb put Scheller in, and then Fallon counter moves by putting Hawkins right back in.
Here's Jansen up to Gary. Gary Stops right before the timeline, throws it across to Bardwell. She'll try for a three-point shot. That one misses everything.
Forcing shots.
Yeah. Emma Rabashitsky is going to come off the bench here early on. Don't normally see her till the fourth quarter of games.
Yeah, she's not one that's usually been in the rotation. I don't see Merlack there tonight. She's the one that usually the seventh one, but just to get some of these girls some rest, got to go to somebody.
Emma Rabashitsky also took part in the three-point shooting contest, but she did not qualify to advance. I believe she had 4 in her attempt. Final 25 seconds. O'Fallon going to play for the last shot of the quarter here. 14-2. Panthers have the lead. Last night, Collinsville only allowed Alton 2 points in the fourth quarter. It looks like a role reversal here. Lady Kahawks look like they might be held to 2 points here in the first quarter. There's the pass over to Jackson. Jackson to Dowell. 5 seconds left underneath. Hawkins finds the ball, and she'll put it off the glass for 2 for an 2 points. And that is the way that the first quarter comes to a close. And with that, it is 16-2 in favor of O'Fallon. And we're back with the start of the second quarter right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back at Belleville West High School, my name is Todd Duke. Chris Kettler, that's him on the other microphone. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, everybody. 16-2, Kahawks are down after one quarter.
Yes, they are.
Have to get a better second quarter going here, climb back in this game.
14-point lead for O'Fallon, 11 turnovers in that first quarter for Collinsville. Zach Roseman chimes in on the chat line. He's like, 11 turnovers in a quarter. That should be a total that you would like for the game. Yeah, I agree.
I think coaches wouldn't be too happy with 11 for a game.
Yeah. All depends on which coach you talk to. I'm sure right now if you talk to Coach Moore, 11 for a game would be ideal, not 11 in a quarter. O'Fallon throws the ball away for the fourth time. And Collinsville will get a chance to build upon their 2 points there that they got in the first. Here is Jansen trying to get out of a double team in the defensive backcourt, and she comes through and at the free throw line takes a shot, good for 2.
There you go. Found a good shot there. Right in the middle of the paint, pops it up.
So Fallon back to work. Here is Jayla Pelly. Over into the corner it goes to Jackson. She'll try a 3 from there, and that falls right into the hands of one Miss Talisha Gilmore. 5th turnover for the O'Fallon Panthers. And here is Jansen. A little less pressure being put on her. She comes from the backcourt. And there's a kicked ball by Dowell, so Collinsville will get to keep it, and they'll inbound in front of the O'Fallon bench. 6:53 to play here in the second quarter. Winner moves on to sectional play Tuesday against Edwardsville. And from what I hear, it's going to be at Collinsville High School. No official confirmation yet, but that's the rumor. Here is a pass that was intended for Scheller, but instead it was picked off by Hawkins, and then off the glass, a shot taken by Pelly, no good. And the rebound belongs to Gilmore. Collinsville will try it again. Here's Guerrero to Scheller, and she'll back it up to the midcourt stripe for Jansen. 6:25 to play here in the second quarter. Jansen, crossover dribble, moves over to the left wing and throws it into the corner. And Rabashitsky drives the baseline, and Emma, good for 2 points.
There you go. They had her spread out there on the top corner there, and she just drove baseline and laid it in.
O'Fallon's lead down to 10. Over into the corner it goes, and Vinson loses the ball. Another turnover. And Collinsville trying not to turn the ball back over, and Rabashevsky almost did that, but she held her composure, and now Jansen with it up across the timeline. Couple of fancy moves with a behind-the-back dribble, and then caught with a little bit of a tug there is Layla Jackson. She'll pick up her first foul, her team's third. Jordan Gary and Katie Bardwell check back in for Collinsville. Emma Rabashevsky and Ella Guerrero to the bench. Vinson checks out of the game for O'Fallon. Jackson does as well. And Carolyn Foster checks back in, as well as Malaya Robinson. Here's Jordan Gary over on the far side sideline. Spins out of trouble, brings it over to the near side, and throws it away. 5:36 to play, second quarter, 16-6. Collinsville down by 10. Here comes Pelly. Over onto the far side sideline. That's Robertson back out front for Pelly. Robertson bounces the ball just outside the lane for Foster. And then back to Hawkins. Now Pelly into the corner for Dow. She shoots for three and overshoots the basket, but sitting on the other side and catching that like a football pass was Caroline Foster, and she puts it back in and adds to the O'Fallon lead.
Just getting in position for rebounds there, but when the shot goes long, it's going to happen like that sometimes.
Shannon Dowell picks up her second foul, and now each team has 4 fouls here in this first half. Inbound pass in front of the scorer's bench. Jordan Gary will trigger it. Into the backcourt it goes for Jansen. Megan Jansen brings the ball up and gives it up over onto the left wing for Bardwell. Bardwell trying to get around Pelly. Not a lot of luck there, and finally throws it into the corner for Jordan Gary. She drives baseline, takes the shot, it rolls across the rim, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Hawkins, she has it. Over the head pass all the way down the court for Vinson, and Vinson will back up and wait for her teammates to catch up. Back over here for Pelly. Into the corner on the near side for Robertson. Back to Pelly, top of the key. Up inside, and Foster back-to-back points for the 5'8 junior. And O'Fallon extends that lead back out to 14, which is where it was when we started this quarter. Here is Jansen. Jansen dribbles and drives in the perimeter, kicks it in the corner for Jordan Gary. That shot's going to be a little short, and it's going to stay with Collinsville after it's knocked out of bounds by Foster, as Ella Guerrero will come in and take the place of Jordan Gary.
He was down there in the zone, and just when you thought Fallon was going to settle for working the ball around the perimeter there, they found a little lane and got it inside real quick.
4 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Far side sideline, Bardwell. Pass to Gilmore. Gilmore tries to get around Foster, and Foster tripped her. So Foster will pick up her first, team 5th.
And she ended up turning her body and keeping right foot extended. That resulted in tripping her up, and we're going to go to the mass timeout.
Mask timeout number 2 in this game, and we'll be back here in about 60 seconds on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Back at Belleville West, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Glad that you have taken time out of your Saturday afternoon. It's nice and bright and sunny outside, but it's a bit on the chilly side. Temperatures aren't supposed to get to the lower 30s. That's about it. But tomorrow and Monday, man, woo! Sunshine, 58 tomorrow, 63 on Monday. I'll take it.
Get the barbecue grill going, right?
Telling you, yeah.
Might.
Yeah. Collinsville trailing 20-6. Inbound pass comes in, and now Guerrero gets it right back. Gives to Scheller at the free throw line. Jenna, one bounce, gives it up to Bardwell. Bardwell back over to Guerrero. Guerrero to Jansen. Jansen dribbles up to the top of the key and backs up. 3:40 left to play here in the second quarter. Over to Guerrero and to the free throw line for Gilmore. Gilmore underneath for Jenna Scheller, who volleyballed it back out and gets it right back off the glass, but too hard. And the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Some of that volleyball skills coming in handy there for Jenna Scheller.
Yeah, it was really good ball movement by the Cahoks, and they did get a pretty good look underneath, but Hawkins is a load there, and she did a good job defending Scheller, blocking the shot out just enough.
Yep, just enough to make it bounce off the glass. O'Fallon being patient now on the outside as Bolds waits to come back in at the free throw line. Foster again with a shot, no good. Rebound, that belongs to Jansen. Collinsville brings it back up. Their ninth rebound. O'Fallon now has 8. Here is a shot from Jansen, and she misses everything. And that turns into turnover number 15 for Collinsville.
Yeah, so after a good look last time, it didn't fall. Good ball movement there. The Cahoks just end up there going down real quick and shooting a bad shot.
2:49 left to play here in this first half. Inbound pass comes in, and that is Vinson, who throws it over into the corner for Foster. Back outside, first time into the game for Claire Keel, and then over into the corner for Jackson. Jackson bounces the ball into the paint. Back outside it goes for Keel. Back to Foster, and then Keel with it. Over into the corner, Foster again, and at the free throw line, Bolds kicks it back outside for Vinson. Her three-point shot swoops right out of there, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. They almost turned it over. Here is Keel just outside the lane, good for 2.
Claire Keel with the basket for the Panthers.
So O'Fallon extends their lead down to 16. Or up to 16. Here's Gilmore. Gilmore on the left wing. Takes it to the top of the key, picks up her dribble, and a foul will be handed out to Michaela Vinson. Vinson will pick up her first.
Called traveling.
Oh, really? Is that what they called?
That's what they called.
Wow.
I didn't see it, really.
Wow. I automatically, I heard the whistle and went right to my paper to write down a foul next to number 10. Huh. Gotta tell you, I didn't see that one at all. Here is Foster with a rebound. Puts it back up, hits the bottom of the rim. This time the rebound belongs to Gilmore, and she gives it up to Jansen behind the back dribble. Kicks it over to Bardwell. Bardwell over to Guerrero. Just outside the lane now to Gilmore. Back out toward the free throw line. Scheller, she'll give it up now for Jansen once again. Over to Guerrero. Ella. They won't leave her open for three-point shots. I'm guessing they already got the book on her because they close down every time she gets the ball. High off the glass on a three-point shot by Jansen. No good. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. There's Vinson. We're down to 1:05 left to go here in this first half. Keel, Vinson for 3. No good. Rebound. That belongs to O'Fallon as well. Putback effort. No good. Second rebound belongs to Collinsville, and then the foul belongs to Carolyn Foster.
Some frustration setting in for O'Fallon. They haven't knocked down much shots yet. They are winning this quarter 6-4, but
yeah, much better quarter played by Collinsville, but still the turnover bug is hurting them. And
some second and third opportunities for O'Fallon on a couple of their scores, but Canucks just need to knock down a few more shots, and they could have cut down into this lead.
Here's Jordan Gary. Gary cuts across the timeline over to the right wing, and a underhand pass to Guerrero. Guerrero stands right in front of Nick Nolhoff, the O'Fallon coach, and Guerrero drives underneath the basket, tried to find Gilmore, but overthrew it.
She's pretty tall, but she wasn't tall enough to get up to get that one.
Lucy Montgomery takes off her T-shirt that's over her jersey. She'll check into the game for the first time. Last shot. Back over to Vinson, and now to the free throw line for Foster. She dumps it off to for Jackson. Jackson turns around, takes the shot, rolls across the rim, no good. Gilmore brings it up. Collinsville has 10 seconds to see if they can get some points here. Here is Jordan Gary underneath the basket for Lucy Montgomery, and she couldn't handle the pass, and another Kahok turnover ensues. 4.5 seconds left. We'll see what O'Fallon can do with that. They give to Dowell. Why not? Here is Dowell at the half-court stripe. Takes the shot and misses everything, and that's the way that quarter number 2 comes to a close. We will head to the third quarter, and in the meantime, halftime will be coming your way. We'll give you all of the numbers that we'll crunch together for you at the end of one half of play. 22-6 in favor of O'Fallon. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back here at Belleville West, halftime, 22-6 in favor of O'Fallon here in this regional championship game. It was 16-2 after the first quarter. All O'Fallon there. They had a 14-point lead heading into quarter number 2, but Collinsville had their own in quarter number 2 as O'Fallon only outscored Collinsville 6-4 in that second quarter to stretch that 14-point lead into a 16-point lead. Leading scorer in this one is Z Hawkins, the 5'10 junior, 11 points for O'Fallon in this contest. 4 points belongs to Carolyn Foster, 3 for Michaela Vinson, and then 2 each for Shannon Dowell and Claire Keel. Slim pickings on the Collinsville side of things, 2 points apiece for Megan Jensen, Jenna Scheller, and Emma Rabashitsky, and that'll cover your 6 points there that Collinsville picked up in that first half. The rest of the numbers look like this. Rebound battle is even, each team pulling down 12 boards. Turnover battle is not even. Collinsville 18 turnovers in that first half, while O'Fallon committed 6 turnovers. From the free throw line, O'Fallon went 5 for 5. Collinsville did not make it to the free throw line in the first half. And from three-point land, Collinsville is 0 for 3, and O'Fallon is 1 for 8. And that is a look at your first half stats. We'll take a break. Second half action, that'll be coming your way here in mere moments. We'll see if Collinsville can dig into this lead and make a game out of this. Right now, it's a 14-point contest. O'Fallon up 22-6. Back with the third quarter in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and, of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves, like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Back here at Belleville West High School, regional championship game between Collinsville and O'Fallon. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Keller on the other microphone. Okay, Mr. Keller, besides the one glaring aspect of this game, you got to cut down on the turnovers. What else does Collinsville need to do to get back into this game?
Well, just be more patient on offense, I think, from time to time. They've taken a lot of bad shots out there. You know, the game was kind of there for the taking. You hold O'Fallon to 22 points. Find ways to score out there. That's all you really need. And defensively, they've done all right. They've switched up from man-to-man and zone different times. So O'Fallon ain't knocking the ball down, lighting it up all over the court. So just got to make some shots here tonight, I think.
Yeah, and the fact that they held them to just 6 points in that second quarter should bode well, build off of that. Underneath the basket, Hawkins the leading scorer, and now we're going to have Jenna Scheller called for her third foul. That's not a good way to start.
Yeah, but they're going to have to keep her out there.
Yeah, they are.
Just starting this quarter.
So that took about 10 seconds, and then back out front we go to Hawkins. If this turns into no points on this trip, that's not a bad foul. Underneath the basket, shot no good, and then it's out of bounds, and we're going the other way, and that was a forced turnover.
Just standing out of bounds,
yeah.
Jumped up in the air like that would count.
Yeah, no, that doesn't count. When you left the ground, your feet were out of bounds, so therefore you are out of bounds. If your feet would have been in bounds and while you were in midair, you went backwards a little bit and hovered over the out of bounds line, that would have counted, but you started out of bounds. So Collinsville with the opportunity to score first here in the second half, and here is Guerrero. Guerrero hands the ball off to Bardwell, immediately met by Dowell, and now into the paint, off the glass and in, and Bardwell gets the scoring started here for Collinsville.
They're just driving on in, put up the floater. Kahok's gotten a couple of those here today.
Pelly gets the ball up to Dowell, underhand pass like a softball pitcher to Hawkins, and Hawkins continues pouring on. She now has 13, and O'Fallon gets those 2 points right back.
She just goes with the power move because Scheller really wasn't on her. Jansen was the one who was mostly on her, and she just uses her power to get past Jansen.
Speaking of Megan, she has the ball, and now she doesn't. She'll give it up to Guerrero. Guerrero at the top of the key, looking for some place to go. And a corner three-point shot, good! Megan Jansen hits the first three-pointer for Collinsville here tonight. And the Collinsville Kahawks into double digits for the first time in this game, 24-11. Here is Dowell off the glass, wide open lane. She took it.
No one picked her up. Got the entry pass, turned around, and had a wide open lane.
And another throwaway, and that one's going to turn into foul. And Megan Jansen will pick up her first. Collinsville's 19th turnover, an ill-opportune time to do that. Not that there's a good opportune time to do any of that, but right after you get a big three-pointer, come down the other end, and At the free throw line, it is Malia Robertson, 53.5 on the year, and she hits the first one. Gotta tell you, the free throw percentages here for O'Fallon are not that very impressive. I was expecting a team with 24 wins, like most of their girls, to be coming in at 75, 80% from the free throw line, but that's not the case. A lot of 40s and 50% there.
Those are very low numbers.
Yeah. Rebound belongs to Collinsville after the miss, and it stays 27-11. Jansen gets it across the line and right into the hands of Pelly. Pelly off the glass, can't get it to go, and no, come on. I tell you what, Layla Jackson already made the basket, and I think that Megan Jansen just touched her in the back barely, and that's going to count as a foul, and Jansen picks up a quick two here. And with 5:54 left, a timeout on the floor, so we will step aside as well. 29-11 in favor of O'Fallon, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Back to action here, and Layla Jackson at the free throw line. She will miss. Rebound belongs to Scheller. Collinsville brings the ball back up. Here is Scheller, a handoff to Jansen. Jansen, top of the key, has some room in the paint, puts it up underneath for Gilmore. Gilmore's fouled, and now Talisha will head to the free throw line. And Talisha has really struggled from the free throw line this year, coming in at 35.4%. 28 made out of 79 tries.
Something you like to see her work over the summer.
I'm sure she will, yeah.
Come out there and shoot these free throws, practice free throws.
She does not have a fluid motion out there when it comes to free throws, does she?
No, it's just all arms throwing it up there.
There you go.
Just aim right for the center. If it comes in from the top, it'll go in.
So Collinsville gets their first free point tonight. Here is Dowell at the free throw line at the other end. Dumps it off for Hawkins, and a little power move there by Hawkins and gives her another couple of points.
Great ball movement inside by Fallon, leads to that basket.
5:15 left to go here in quarter number 3. Jansen over to Guerrero. Guerrero into the paint for Gilmore. One bounce, and she'll take it in front of the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Hawkins is there with the rebound for the Panthers. They bring it up in the form of Jaliyah Pelly. Pelly backs up once she reaches the top of the key and in front of the scorer's table. Now a forward move and over to Jackson once again. Jackson back over to Pelly. Free throw line for Hawkins. Back out to Jackson. Handoff on the way from one wing to the other for Pelly. And then Pelly will do the same on the wing for Robertson. Now a handoff to Dowell. They'll just run around with it for a while and chew some time up. Time Collinsville does not have. Down 31-12. Hawkins trying to get around Scheller. She does so with a hook shot. Man, another strong move there by Hawkins.
And not much more Scheller could do there without fouling her. She didn't want to do that and draw her fourth. And
no.
Hawkins puts the power in, puts it in.
Well, Fallon's going to swap out 5 players for 5 players here the next opportunity. There's a fingertip floater by Megan Jansen. Gets a little 10 slap from Jordan Gary, and a foul that belongs to Jayla Pelly will send Jansen up to the free throw line, where she is a 75% shooter on the year.
Fallon's got to be one of the deepest teams around. They just swap in 5. They got a couple other ones that can come in easily. They're 11, 12 deep easy.
Avery Christopher checks into the game for the first time here this afternoon. I was surprised not to see her all the way up until now. She was in that three-point shooting contest. Looked like she was pretty good. I was wondering if she was hurt and could only shoot threes. And here she is with the ball, number 2, right in front of her bench. Into the corner, that one goes to Bolds. Bolds has already seen some playing time. Out to Foster, who has seen some as well. Now back over to Christopher and back to Foster. Nice move in the paint, but too hard on the shot. And then a foul on the other end. This one's going to belong to Jordan Gary. No, it's not. They're going to charge it to Scheller. Her 4th. And that'll send Bolds to the free throw line. And now we have a mask timeout. So 33-15, and We will take a break and come back and tell you the rest of this third quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420.
Back at Belleville West High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler, 3:52 left to play here in quarter number 3. O'Fallon up 33-15. And the Kahawks will have to do yeoman's work here to climb back into this one, down by 18 points. At the free throw line, it is Demijah Bolds. Bolds on the year, 46.2%. See what I mean?
I think comparatively to our boys team, who shoots 60, 70, maybe even 180%, and they tend to struggle in a lot of games.
Yeah. Bolds misses the first one. I'm looking at the list right now. There is no one at 70%. The closest one is Jayla Pelly with 69.2.
No one falls through there.
34-15. Collinsville trails, and the Kahawks have the ball. 3:40 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Jansen. Jansen to Gilmore. Gilmore offset free throw line. Tries to feed to Jordan Gary, but that's picked off in midair by Vinson. And O'Fallon looking to add to their lead. Here is Foster. Foster. Stuck. Yeah. That was going to be close anyway. And now a three-point try. That one tips off the front of the rim. Avery Christopher gets the rebound. No good on the other attempt, and a jump ball called. And the possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, so it'll be a turnover for O'Fallon. Emma Rabashishki checks back into the game as Ella Guerrero goes to the bench. Megan Jansen will trigger the inbound pass and do so to Gary. Gary starts to dribble, gets around Christopher as well as Keel. Underhands the ball back to Jansen. Into the corner it goes for Rabashishki. She'll fire a three and she'll hit it.
Yeah, she had to tell her, said, clapping her hands, say, I'm over here, I'm open.
I saw that too.
Gets it over there to her and knocks down the three.
Collinsville's second three-pointer of this game, 34-18. Closing that lead just a little bit. Here is Christopher with a handoff to Keel. Keel into the paint, and she's fouled, and Jansen's going to get called for it. Stripped the ball out of Keel's hands, but after that happened, the whistle blew.
With the concession stand closing at the end of the quarter, Chick-fil-A's on sale at our concession stand. 2 for $5.
O'Fallon will go with a new 5.
Why not? Shuffle them in, shuffle them out. Wholesale line changes, as Ken Wilson used to say back in the day on Blues telecasts. Oh, baby. 3 fouls for Jansen. Blues playing, Toronto tonight?
Yeah. Oh, they throw it in off of Gary's back. And
yeah, didn't work out, though. Collinsville gets the ball. And the Kahawks bring it up. Here is Jordan Gary over to Katie Bardwell. Bardwell will give it to Jansen. Jansen at the midcourt logo moves forward. Backs up. 2.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell. Left-hand dribble, hands the ball off to Rabashishki. Rabashishki in the three-point shooting contest. That'll be held Thursday in Joliet. Her and Bardwell advanced with 9 three-pointers each. Speaking of three-pointers, Jordan Gary, that one falls a little short. Rebound belongs to Hawkins. And the Panthers bring it back up quick, and off the bat, Jayla Pelly gets her first 2 points of this game. 36-18, under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's Jansen. Bounce pass across the line to Bardwell. Bardwell, a little stutter step, dumps it off to Gilmore, but too hot to handle, and Gilmore ends up taking the ball out of bounds. Another turnover for the Kahawks, and O'Fallon will look to take advantage. Here's Pelly. Pelly will hand the ball off to Jackson. Jackson dribbles up onto the right wing. She'll hand the ball off to Robertson. Robertson, oh, what a nice behind-the-back pass that was. Finishing it up was Pelly. Dowell with a no-look, behind-the-back bounce pass, and Pelly took it to the hoop for two.
What else can you say? That was a nifty move there. Great play by a great team, O'Fallon.
You ain't kidding there. Jansen with a high one off the high glass, no good. Gilmore with the rebound, kicks it out to Rabashitsky for three. That one skips across the rim and over into the far side corner. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon, and Dowell tries to put one up, and it's going to go off of Rabashitsky and out of bounds just as Dowell was sliding toward the padded wall.
And Dowell wasn't going to get it and be able to get a good shot off, so she just threw it up. Luckily, it hit the rim, and then it bounced off Rabashitsky out of bounds.
Bardwell to the bench. Lucy Montgomery in. Here comes Lily Carlisle into her first varsity playoff game. The young freshman will take the place of Jansen.
Coming out for the first time. She's been in the whole game.
Yeah, she has. Inbound pass comes into Jackson. Out front it goes to Dowell. Back over to Jackson. She'll launch a three-point shot. That one's nothing but net. Only the second three-point shot made tonight for O'Fallon. And that one almost feels like a dagger in the heart there. 41-18. Trying to thread the ball up to Lily Carlisle, and it's off of Lily and out of bounds, so another turnover for the Kahawks. Dowell triggers the inbound, but not before we have a whistle because Bolds wants to come back in and take over for Robertson. Now Dowell inbounds it on into Jackson, and Jackson will bring it up. 45 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. 41-18, O'Fallon with the lead. Winner moves on to the sectional semifinal against Edwardsville next week. Here is Pelly. Pelly being watched hard there by Carlisle. Out to the corner it goes. Here's Bolds for three. That one rolls across the rim. Hawkins with the rebound, put back, no good. And then a whistle will give the ball back to Collinsville.
You get Bolds coming in from behind, giving the shove.
That'll be the second one for Demijah Bolds. Only the second one here in this quarter for O'Fallon. Jansen didn't stay on the bench very long. She's back in. Carlisle back having a seat. And the inbound pass from Guerrero. From Jansen to Guerrero. Right back to her. Here is Rabashitsky. Drives baseline. That ball is knocked away by Dowell, and Collinsville will inbound underneath of their own basket. Offset to the left. Out to Jansen it goes from Rabashitsky. Jansen will back her way up all the way to midcourt. 14 seconds left. Jansen tries to move over there onto the left wing. Not a lot of room, and now we're going to have a foul call. This one's going to go against Bolds again. It'll be her second in a row and her third for the game. 7.5 seconds to do something with it for Collinsville. Malia Robertson checks back into the game, and Demijah Bolds back to the bench. Rabashitsky inbounds to Lucy Montgomery. Lucy kicks it back over into the corner, but that's out of bounds, so now we have 3.8 seconds for Collinsville to do something with it.
Now that they're going to throw it in from underneath, they're going to get Scheller in back in the game.
Yeah, put her in the paint, maybe an inbound pass. She's got Hawkins just stuck to her right hip. Comes outside for Guerrero, back to Jansen for three. That one just a little bit too long. And that is the way that the third quarter comes to a close. 41-18 in favor of O'Fallon, and we'll have the fourth quarter. That'll be coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game,
or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. Fourth quarter is here. Regional championship action. Collinsville trailing 41-18 after they were outscored 19-12 in that third quarter. So if it wasn't for that first quarter, this would be a much closer game, eh? 16-2 was the first quarter. That was rough. Here's Pelly. Over to Jackson. Gets it over to Dowell. Dowell from the sideline. Cuts across the top of the key and gives it up for Pelly. Now back to Jackson in front of her own bench. Offset from the free throw line. Shot good. Layla Jackson now with 7 points here in this game.
Helped up by Hawkins setting the screen. Lets her get in there and get on the other side and make that shot.
Here is Megan Jansen for Collinsville. Hands the ball off to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky tries to bounce the ball into the paint for Gilmore, but bounced it right into the hands of Pelly instead. And Pelly gives it up for Dowell, and Dowell comes in and picks up 2 more points. Shannon Dowell now with 6 points in this game. And 45-18. Here's Jansen for 3, and that one's just a little strong as well. She's all over it, but right there. And then Emma Rabashevsky got a hip check and knocked her out of the way of that rebound effort. So O'Fallon picks up the board, and here is Dowell once again in the paint. Little stutter step move, and now a foul. And this one, if it's against Scheller, she'll be done, but it's not. It's going to be called against Gilmore.
I think she was surprised no one stepped up on her, and she had as much room to drive in, so she was a little tentative on that, and eventually throws up the shot and gets fouled.
To the free throw line, it is Shannon Dowell. She's 2 for 2 from there, and now 3 for 3.
Subbing everybody out again is O'Fallon, except for the shooter.
And there's already somebody waiting at the bench to take her place, too.
Yeah, they want to get her out, too.
Next shot from Dowell, good as well.
Both free throws by Dowell were good.
65.3% for her. She's looking pretty solid here in this game, 4 for 4.
29-point lead now for O'Fallon. If they get up by 1 more, we'll move into the running clock.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't want to see a running clock in a playoff game. That's not good. Here is Guerrero for 3, and that one's a little too strong as well. And the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Panthers bring it up, and that one doesn't go, and the rebound this time belongs to Collinsville. Here comes Jansen, spin move right around Christopher, and then just outside the lane, get that out of here. Boy, the big, long and lean Demijah Bolds, all 6'1" of her, and she reaches those arms out there, and probably more like 7'3".
Definitely got the advantage over Jansen on length and height like that. Easy block shot.
Here's Guerrero, gets it outside the lane to Gilmore. Gilmore, and back into the corner it goes for Guerrero. Back to Gilmore. Turn around in the paint, off the glass and the rim, and good for 2.
There you go. It's a good move. Uses the glass well. Some positive there for the Cahoks.
Cahoks finally make it up to 20 points here, and it's taken 3+ quarters to do so. We have 5:55 left to play here in this fourth quarter. And here is Christopher, a handoff to Keel, and back outside it goes to Vinson. Now back onto the wing for Foster, and she's not the top of the key. Foster slows things down.
Cahock staying inside the 3-point circle, so Fallon coach says just draw it out. Forcing Collinsville to come out.
Now Scheller and Gilmore switched up spots for a moment. Here's Christopher back outside. Vinson for 3, and that one rolls right around the rim. And the rebound put back, still no good. That one's knocked out of bounds by Scheller.
It's not able to come down with the rebound, but it's a good job blocking it out.
5:21 left to play here in quarter number 4. Avery Christopher, she will inbound. The 5'5" senior does so to Vincent. Vincent travels into the paint, takes the shot, hits the bottom of the rim, but there to put it back up and in was Bolds. Bolds' first field goal of this game, and that makes it 49-20. Here is young Miss Guerrero to Jansen, to Scheller at the top of the key.
Jenna has the ball knocked out of her hands, but she gets it back. Now over to Jansen. And Jansen from the free throw line kicks it back out. Guerrero for three from the wing, and that one spins all the way off the other side of the boards. Back into the O'Fallon offensive zone it goes, and Christopher underneath dumps it off. And now Jenna Scheller is going to be done.
Well, yep, she fouls out here. That's her fifth.
So Jenna Scheller is fouled out of this game with 2 points. Lucy Montgomery will check into the game. Jenna Scheller will get a nice hand in what looks to be her last game of her junior year. She'll be leaned on heavily next year as a senior, and some of these juniors coming up like Emma Rabashewski, as well as Jordan Gary. Of course, Guerrero just a sophomore this year, so she'll be a junior next year. Jansen will be one of the senior leaders next year. At the free throw line, a miss there by Foster.
Kahok's only lose 2 seniors, and they really weren't starters, so.
All right. 2 misses there by Caroline Foster. Foster came in at 58.6%, and that total is going to go down. Collinsville with the ball. And 4.5 minutes to do something about this big lead. Right now it's a 29-point advantage, 49-20. Outside for Guerrero. Back over, that was Guerrero. And now to Gilmore. Gilmore kicks it back outside to Jansen. She'll pull up about 12 feet out, take the shot, can't get it to go. And Bolds pulls down the rebound for O'Fallon and gives it up to Vinson. Vinson hands off to Christopher. Christopher backs her way to the free throw line, gives to Keel. Now back outside we go. Foster to Vincent. Vincent back out to Foster. Foster into the corner now. Avery Christopher for three. That one is an air ball. And it comes down right into the hands of Gilmore, and then Collinsville promptly turns the ball back over. 25th turnover in this game for the Lady Kahawks. Not going to win many doing that, that's for sure. Bolds in the paint, turnaround hook shot. It's in. And that will trigger the running clock for the rest of this game.
Yeah, we've already been playing most of the fourth quarter with very few whistles anyway, so. But it's going to make it just a tad bit faster.
Here's Guerrero on the wing in front of her bench. Back out to Jansen. Jansen dribbles with that left hand, gives it back to Guerrero. Guerrero back out toward midcourt. 3:10 left to play here in this one. Christopher brings up another turnover and a timeout call. That is one way that the clock will stop. Is a timeout charge to the Panthers. So we will take a break as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
And
the vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
Back here at Belleville West, O'Fallon has cleared their bench as most of the starters are now out. And there's a steal by Jansen underneath of the basket. 11th turnover for O'Fallon. Jansen kicks it back out to Guerrero over into the right wing for Bardwell. Back over to the left side and into the left corner for Montgomery. Lucy, one bounce and gives it up to Jansen. Jansen brings it away from the wing and over onto the far side wing. It'll go around the horn to Guerrero. 2.5 minutes left to go in this one. Here is Montgomery. And a three-point shot from Guerrero. That misses the mark. And the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. And they have a whole host of, they have such a large roster, I didn't have time to write down everybody's name, but that's Riley Johnson. She just added 2 more points onto the O'Fallon lead. And another turnover. for Collinsville. And then a shot from just outside the free throw line and a jump ball called, and the possession arrow in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks are going to bring in some of their players as well. Lily Carlisle will come back into the game. Saw some scant moments earlier on. And freshman Carson Mode will check into the game. And Lucy Montgomery gets a fist pump from Coach Colin Moore, and that'll be probably her last bit of playing as a Collinsville Kahawk. 95 seconds left to go in this one. Here is Guerrero. She'll bring the ball up and give it to Bardwell. Bardwell, another one of those that'll be back next year, and she's just a sophomore this year, just like Guerrero. Here is Gilmore, the freshman. She gets stuffed underneath the basket, and we'll have a foul handed out. And this one is going to go to Riley Johnson.
That'll be something good to watch the next few years, the growth here of Gilmore as a player, and see what the ceiling is for her as we go along with these next 3 seasons coming up. She's only a freshman.
Yeah. Talked about that in the pregame show with Coach Moore, man. She keeps on doing the stuff that she's doing. She's going to set some records for her career, that's for sure. All she needs to do is stay healthy and continue to grow and practice some free throws. I was thinking the same thing, man. 1 for 3 now tonight for Gilmore, as Collinsville brings in some more bench players. And Talisha is now 50% in this game from the free throw line, having hit 2 of 4. Clock continues to run, and we're down to the final 20 seconds. Well, Fallon will see if they can waste all that time outside of the perimeter. Collinsville not providing much of a defense. Well, let's go ahead and go for 3. Why not?
Got an open look. She took it.
Yeah.
Knocked it down.
Sure. Not sure who that was. Here is Rabashitsky to close it out, and the buzzer sounds, and the final score 56-21 in favor of O'Fallon, and the O'Fallon Panthers will move on to the sectional semifinals, where they will take on Edwardsville next week, and the season comes to a close for the Collinsville Kahawks at 15-17 on the year. O'Fallon continues, and they're now up their record to 25-5. That'll bring us into the post-game program, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. We're going to take a break, come back, and wrap everything up for you, and we will do that here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a time like this, in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's a lot better now.
It was like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
And once again, welcome back into the Chiropractic Works postgame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville sees their season come to a close tonight after a 56-21 loss at the hands of the O'Fallon Panthers. O'Fallon, they will move on and they will take on the Edwardsville Lady Tigers in the sectional semifinal that we believe is going to take place at Collinsville, and that'll be Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Here's the way this one went down. First quarter action. That was really the quarter that doomed Collinsville right from the beginning, as O'Fallon opened up a 14-point lead after allowing Collinsville only 2 points. 16-2 was that first quarter. Got a little better. Collinsville got it down to a 6-4 advantage by O'Fallon, but by then it was 22-6, and O'Fallon took a 16-point lead into the locker room. Then from the locker room, we came out and they extended that 16-point lead to a 23-point lead with a 19-12 quarter. O'Fallon did. And then the fourth quarter, O'Fallon won that one as well, 15-3. So 3 of the 4 quarters, Collinsville was held to single digits in the 56-21 loss. Leading scorer in this one was Z Hawkins for O'Fallon. She ended up with 17, and she was the only player today to get into double-digit scoring. Shannon Dowell ended up with 8, 7 for Lila Jackson, 5 for Demijah Bolds, 4 for Caroline Foster and Jayla Pelly. Claire Keel had 2, as did Riley Johnson, and then we had a 3-pointer at the end from somebody that I did not have a number for. Collinsville, slim pickings in the point department, kids. Megan Jansen led the way with 8-4 for Talisha Gilmore. Katie Bardwell had 2, and Jenna Scheller had 2 before she fouled out. As far as the rest of the numbers concerned, everything pretty much the way of O'Fallon. 23-17 as far as rebounds are concerned. O'Fallon gets that edge. And then from the free throw line, O'Fallon went 8 of 12. Collinsville went 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Collinsville hit 1 of 10, while O'Fallon hit 3 of 13. And the turnovers were a real big problem for Collinsville. 27 turnovers to go along with their 17 rebounds. That's a little bit of a misnomer there. 11 turnovers for O'Fallon in that contest. So the season comes to a close. Collinsville 15-17 on the year. O'Fallon, they improved to 25-5, and again, they will have to go to take on Edwardsville, maybe coming from Collinsville on Tuesday night. That remains to be seen. Tuesday, we will be bringing you, well, actually, we don't have anything. I got hockey on Monday, and then the boys' basketball playoffs on Wednesday, so I was just trying to think ahead there of what we had going on Tuesday. All right, before we get out of here, we're going to have a little bit of a chat here with a couple of the Lady Kahok basketball players. Megan Jansen, the junior, joins us first. 8 points on the afternoon for her. Megan, tough. Man, tell me what makes O'Fallon so tough.
They have a few juniors that have all played together through the summer, and they've all played basketball their whole lives, so it's kind of hard to compete with that when, they're all D1 athletes, and, it's kind of rare for us to see that talent over at Collinsville very often.
Yeah, they took it to you guys in the first quarter. You guys only got 2 points there, but you really came back in the second, made it close, thought you had something to build off there.
Yeah, they like to come out hot in the beginning, and it's kind of hard to keep your confidence up when they score a lot in the beginning and we really don't. So we try to come out in the second half and start hot before they can get back at us, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so you're a junior. You get to do this all over again next year. I like the way your team looks. I mean, you're only losing 2 seniors, and they weren't starters this year, so you got all of these girls coming back. How do you feel looking? I know you don't want to think about it now. It's tough after a loss, but looking ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. We have the whole summer to work together, and you just get better as a team. Lots of young talent. We have a lot of time to figure each other out before next season, and it should be a really good game next time we play them.
Thank you for the visit, girl. I know that's a little tough thing to do. Thank you. And then headset off over there to Jenna Scheller, and we'll talk to Jenna. Jenna, the junior, man, tough game for you. You ended up fouling out with just 2 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so talk to me about it. What's so tough out there against O'Fallon?
They just are all around, have great players. They have a bench that can come in and match up with our varsity. It's just hard to play from beginning to end with not as many numbers as they have.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm like, holy crap, these guys, they bring 5 players in, 5 players out. Next time you turn your head, here's 3 more new girls off the bench. So have you ever seen a team that's that deep on their bench?
No, they are definitely the first team we've come across that's how many girls that they have on their bench. Like Edwardsville, they have a lot of girls, but they have 3 main ones that are the problems, but they have multiple people on their bench too.
All right, well, get out your crystal ball. What do you think, Edwardsville, O'Fallon? How's that game going to
go? I'm thinking Edwardsville.
Yeah, and most everybody does because, in order to get to the next level, you got to go through Edwardsville at some point, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, I look forward to seeing you in your senior season. Thank you very much for the visit.
Thank you.
And as Jenna Scheller, we thank her and Megan Jansen for visiting with us here on the Chiropractic Works post-game show, and we bring Chris Kettler in for one final word. And Chris, one thing to look forward to is the coming back of next year for almost everybody on this team except for the 2 seniors.
Yeah, and that's going to be real key. You're going to have not have to bring in a whole bunch of new players, and you already got a lot to build off of. This team was competitive, just couldn't really get it done against the top tier teams, but they might be able to graduate into that level next year and be competitive against some of those top teams and maybe be the team to get to the sectional next year.
That would be nice. It's been quite a while since that's happened for Collinsville. So thank you. I know that you didn't have plans to be here today, but we appreciate you doing what you do. Thank you very much for showing up, and I guess we'll see you Wednesday at Granite City for the boys' regional matchup, right?
We'll start the boys' playoffs, and hopefully that will be a nice long run. We'll see how that goes.
All right, and that is Chris Keller. My name is Todd Duke. I'm back with you on Monday. Got to go out to Granite City to the outdoor rink and bring you some Kahok hockey. It's game number 2 of the best-of-3 series between Collinsville and the team from Freeburg-Waterloo, and Freeburg-Waterloo has a 1-0 lead in that series. So that's a do-or-die game for Collinsville on Tuesday night. That is scheduled for a 7:30 start, so we'll be on right before that with pregame coverage, and then we'll be at O'Fallon for the 6 o'clock game between at Granite City on Wednesday for the 6 o'clock game between Belleville West and Collinsville as the Kahawks open up regional play on Wednesday night. So, big thank you to Coach Colin Moore, as always, joining us throughout the season, pre or post-game show, and all the girls that he sent up for us as well. We love talking to the student athletes and the assistant coaches as well. So a big thank you to everybody on the team for helping make our broadcast a little more enjoyable with some interviews with all of those aforementioned players and coaches. And we want to thank all the sponsors as well. And until Monday evening, a little Kahok hockey coming your way. My name is Todd Duke, and everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your weekend.